This is an old hero, the pinnacle of up-and-coming stars. Although the game is a team battle, but everyone is very tacit, understanding. There is enough room for the two of them. As soon as you come up, Needon will take the lead in launching an attack. Take advantage of speed. Needon's knives kept waving at Simon Yi. However, Simon Yi is an old hero. It has already achieved the integration of guns and shields. Shield block, spear pumping. The seemingly airtight knife was all diffused by him. After a short distance, Needon rushed up again. He knew how to fight from a distance. Double knives are not dominant at all, so he has to keep getting closer and closer. Put pressure on the other party. However, despite his sharp knife skills, but Simon Yi was still calm. Even the flaws he thought he saw, it was just what Simon Yi deliberately left for him. After 300 rounds, Simon Yi finally got serious. Hard spears keep pumping at each other. If it weren't for the speed of the inner alchemy being faster than Simon Yi, it was impossible for him to escape this powerful attack. What amazed him even more was, Simon Yi's gun shield is simply a combination of flowing water. Constraint guns will hit, the containment shield will be stabbed. And not only can it not escape its attack range, the other party has maintained the distance that makes it difficult to attack. As expected of becoming the strongest man on earth, I can't find a flaw in my body. Then calm down. It seems that only that can be used. A flash of light. Two inner alchemists appear at the same time. That's right. This is his superpower doppelganger. See this scene? Simon Yi's eyes suddenly became serious. Finally waiting for your doppelganger. At the same time, the coach and Braised Eggs, who have been observing off the field, let out an exclamation. The weapon of the inner alchemy has been suppressed. This has never happened before, and for some time in the past, Simon Yi only fights the underground people. No special practice with the extraordinary, and Needon specializes in how to defeat human combat experts. But since the inner alchemy summoned the doppelganger, the form may be different. For impeccable knives, no ordinary person can resist. The inner alchemy divided into two quickly killed Simon Yi. He had thought that Simon Yi would be like other opponents. Distance yourself from others. But I didn't expect the other party to stand and block all the attacks. In just a few seconds, he launched hundreds of attacks. Not a single hit. This is a battle with no victory in sight. But, judging from the battle marks left by Simon Yi's retreat, the other party's situation is not optimistic. That's right. Simon Yi was already scolding his mother in his heart at this time. The speed and knife skills of the inner alchemy, stronger than he imagined. In a one-on-one situation, you can also use technology to suppress the opponent. But since this guy used the doppelganger skill, attacks multiply geometrically, go on like this, the battle will not end anytime soon. And here's the thing, the longer you delay, the worse it is for yourself. It seems that we can only gamble on that method. The man sacrificed an arm, but only killed a doppelganger of Little Gogol. Simon Yi is very clear. Just by regular play, it's impossible to catch Needon. In a quick draw, Simon Yi deliberately exposed a flaw. The inner alchemy, who was eager to fight in the camp, really took the bait. His doppelganger rushed up quickly. A knife cut off Simon Yi's hand holding the spear. See this scene? Everyone outside the stadium stared at the dog. Simon Yi's to be is gone. The victory of this battle will probably belong to the inner alchemy. However, just then, Simon Yi suddenly laughed. Thanks, Needon. I believe that under any circumstances, you will attack, and all along, you are looking forward to facing me. Then I guess, you're bound to let your guard down after a winning shot. Even for a very short moment, enough for me to hit the fastest human. Simon Yi's fist suddenly fell. Needon's doppelganger was instantly annihilated. Needon looked unwilling. Lost the doppelganger, he still has the main body. He grabbed his weapon and charged again. However, this time his dagger was right in front of Simon Yi, but it can no longer be disabled. It was the big black ball machine that stopped him. Let's call it a draw this time, but our team won, no matter how intense the battle. You must remember, this game is a team competition. Out of the virtual cabin, Nodden couldn't help but sigh. Simon Yi really taught himself a lesson. Just then, the coach came over with Braised Eggs. He actually exchanged an arm for a doppelganger of Nodden. Mr. Simon Knight, you are really amazing. Simon smiled and asked him if there was another game, and said, if you ask him to look back at the game just now, maybe we can find a way to restrain the inner alchemy. Hear, hear. The coach is also excited. He said that since Simon Yi was so face-saving, you can't be stingy. Subsequently, he brought Simon Knight to the club's analysis room, and he introduced him to Sana, who's in charge here. Simon Yi found after examining with an analytical eye, this guy named Sana is very ordinary. But since the other party can become the person in charge here, nature has abilities beyond ordinary people. Sana explained to her, times have changed. Today's supernatural beings are no longer the same as they used to be. Analyze your own data through the underground people. Instead, it is done using the Superhuman Analysis System ES. It records all the game information and digitizes the player's personal ability value. Currently, many major clubs are using this system. Listen to the introduction of the other party. Simon Yi has some heart. Although he has an analytical eye, he doesn't need this. But this is for the coach in his own club. should be useful, and if there is objective data to support it. The stubborn donkey in Dongjun. You shouldn't talk back to yourself, right? But the thought of it 3.40 billion. Chandy Bank. Simon Yi was still hesitant. Suddenly he thought of something. He turned to look at the braised eggs. Brother, let's make a deal. I'm giving you all my combat stats. You gave me a set of this equipment, and equip me with someone who can operate the equipment. Simon Yi's proposal made the braised egg brothers excited. As his big fan, they collected countless battle images of Simon Yi. If you can get Simon Yi's battle data, isn't your collection perfect? So that to hit it off. Promise on the spot. Simon Yi looked at the two with a smile. Don't worry. This is definitely not a loss-making business, because the next second game, there will be a big surprise for you.